Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is William Hindman. I'm your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look how our public officials do their job or they just really pooch screw stuff up. Hey, guys, this one here is a sheriff and his chief deputy. Um, I giggle and laugh because it never seems to end. This is a Walker County Sheriff, Nick Smith, and a second in command, who basically were hiring people to carry guns and to be deputies who have never had training. This just goes back to what I've been saying, that, these sovereign citizen cops that think they're above the law, they can do what they want, when they want, how they want, and there's no repercussions. And normally there's not. Even though there's 6 charges against him, it'll be knocked down to a jaywalking charge, and he'll have to promise never to do it again. Take away his certification, both of them, and let them go get a job somewhere, because they've already proved they cannot be in law enforcement. Quit pandering to these cowards and letting them get away with murder. This is ridiculous. Let's check this out, guys. Oh, do me a favor real quick. Hit the subscribe button if you would, the like and share, thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Thank you.
The Walker County Sheriff and Chief Deputy have been indicted by a grand jury. Good evening. I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Carly Lang. They were arrested this morning. The charges stem from the Walker County Sheriff's Office allegedly employing non-certified police officers. We have team coverage of the indictments tonight. Our Maddie McQueen has reaction from the community. But first, we begin with CBS 42's Scott Menshaw. He joins us now live from the Sheriff's Office. Scott, what all led up to these indictments?
Well, Carly, as you mentioned, these are relating to 6 officers who the Walker County Sheriff's Office allegedly hired and employed who are not APOS certified, which means they aren't eligible to be law enforcement officers here in Alabama. Now, 4 of those 6, according to the indictments, were school resource officers, which the indictment states Nick Smith knew they weren't allowed to be. Tonight, warrants have been executed against Walker County Sheriff Nick Smith and Chief Deputy Ralph Williams. They stem from grand jury indictments that charge Smith with 6 misdemeanor counts of violating Article of Standards for employing law enforcement officers. The indictment states 4 of those officers worked in Walker County schools as school resource officers, carrying guns and wearing uniforms, which none of them were certified to do.
You put 4 of them into schools? Are you out of your mind? And they're carrying guns? Oh, my God. This just goes to show the pure ineptism of these officers. They deserve prison, is what they deserve. And never being in law enforcement ever again.
It says the other 2 were employed as deputies, carrying out duties of a law enforcement officer, which they were not certified to do. The indictment states Sheriff...
It's bad enough that cops act the way they do. And now you're hiring people that aren't cops to do cop work? Wow. That's almost like that sheriff or the police chief down in Texas that had hired over 55 police officers to work in a community of, 250 people or something like that? Yeah, it's crazy.
Smith had knowledge of the men's ineligibility to serve. Chief Deputy Ralph Williams is facing 1 count of false and/or misleading information. His indictment alleges Williams lied to APOST, saying one of the men serving as a deputy had been terminated when in fact he was still working for the Walker County Sheriff's Office.
And wouldn't that also get into endangerment and the federal one under the color of law? operating under the cover of law. Why don't we use those too?
Go. Carly, Sherry, we've been here all day and we've been watching the parking spot you're looking at now, which is this parking spot that's slotted for Sheriff Nick Smith. We've been trying to get with him all day. Someone just pulled in, so we'll keep an eye on this. But I do want to let you know I spoke with the Walker County District Attorney, Bill Adair, earlier today. He tells us that he's going to be holding a press conference tomorrow morning about these indictments. Until then, he says he's going to have no comment about these indictments. Reporting live in Walker County, Scott Mitchell, CBS 42 News.
Okay, guys. So you have a sheriff and his next in line hiring his buddies who have been either fired or knocked off other law enforcement jobs and giving them guns and badges and letting them play cop still. Oh, my God. All we can say is prison time, baby. That's where you need to go. Hey, always record the police and the public officials you deal with because you can't trust any of them. Guys, be safe, be fair, and try to do something for somebody because you never know when it'll come back and it'll make your life just peachy. Okay, guys? Have a good one.